How's it going, everybody? Pozermobil here, bringing you some absolute bangers that are all on sale on the PlayStation Store for the November savings sale that runs through November 21st. As usual, I've scoured the sale for all the full games, game bundles, and premium editions that are at the lowest price they've been in recent history, and are at least a 70 on OpenCritic or Game Rankings if it's an older game. So if that sounds like the kind of video you want to see, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss my coverage of any new sales that Sony puts out. I'm trying to get to 10K by the end of the year, so every bit helps. Alright, that's enough yapping from me, let's get into the video. For $9.99, The Last Guardian is a beautifully emotional adventure where a young boy forms an unbreakable bond with a mysterious creature, navigating towering ruins filled with treacherous traps, shifting platforms, and unknown dangers lurking around every corner. You'll solve intricate environmental puzzles, climb massive structures, and rely on your companion's unique abilities to progress, creating moments of tension, wonder, and heartfelt connection throughout the journey. With its breathtaking art design, cinematic storytelling, and immersive gameplay, the game delivers a deeply touching and memorable experience about friendship, trust, and the enduring power of teamwork. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $7.49, Slay the Spire is a roguelike deck-building game where you craft unique decks, battle bizarre creatures, and climb a constantly changing, perilous spire filled with unpredictable challenges and powerful relics. You'll strategically combine hundreds of cards, weigh risks versus rewards along ever-shifting paths, and face different enemies and bosses with each run, creating endlessly replayable gameplay that rewards careful planning, adaptability, and clever strategy. With its deep strategy, dynamic card interactions, and high replay value, the game delivers a thrilling solo experience that challenges both your tactical thinking and deck-building creativity. It's an 89 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 100 hours to platinum. For $5.99, Uncharted: The Nathan Drake Collection is a remastered adventure trilogy where treasure hunter Nathan Drake travels the globe, risking life and friendship to uncover legendary riches while facing ruthless enemies and uncovering hidden mysteries. You'll explore exotic locations, solve intricate environmental puzzles, and engage in cinematic action sequences that blend climbing, shooting, and stealth across 3 epic single-player campaigns, fully optimized for PS4. With unforgettable characters, gripping storytelling, and enhanced visuals and performance by Bluepoint Games, the collection delivers a definitive experience of one of gaming's most beloved action-adventure series. It's a 92 average on Game Rankings, average trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 45 hours to get all 3 platinums. For $9.99, Judgment is a gritty action detective thriller from the creators of the Yakuza series that follows disgraced lawyer-turned-private eye Takayuki Yagami as he hunts a serial killer through Kamurocho's neon-soaked streets and battles his own fractured sense of morality. Investigate crime scenes, tail suspects, interrogate witnesses, and gather evidence in a tense story that explores corruption, redemption, and the blurred line between truth and justice, all while uncovering the city's darkest secrets and hidden power players. Engage in dynamic street brawls with 2 distinct combat styles, mixing martial arts finesse with cinematic finishers that rival any blockbuster action movie. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 120 hours to platinum. For $9.99, The Last of Us Remastered is the definitive version of Naughty Dog's award-winning masterpiece, rebuilt for PS4 with higher resolution character models, enhanced lighting, and smoother performance throughout. Set in a post-pandemic America where nature has overtaken civilization, Joel and Ellie must endure brutal survivors, deadly infected, and the emotional toll of survival itself as they trek across the country. With deeply cinematic storytelling, tense stealth action gameplay, heart-wrenching performances, and all major DLC including Left Behind and both map packs, it remains one of the most gripping and emotional experiences in gaming history. It's a 95 on Game Rankings, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $5.99, A Way Out is a unique, exclusively co-op cinematic adventure from the creators of Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons, where you and a friend play as Leo and Vincent, 2 prisoners forging an uneasy alliance to escape captivity. What begins as a tense prison break evolves into an unpredictable, emotional journey filled with character-driven storytelling, clever teamwork mechanics, shifting perspectives, and moments of real human connection and consequence. Designed entirely around cooperation, players must work together to solve puzzles, navigate action sequences, explore richly detailed environments, and make moral choices that shape the outcome of their escape. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum, and you can check out my trophy guide on the channel if you plan on going for it. For $5.09, Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition is a gritty open-world action-adventure where you play as Wei Shen, an undercover cop navigating Hong Kong's deadly triads while balancing loyalty, morality, and survival in a city that never sleeps. What begins as a tense infiltration evolves into a sprawling, action-packed journey filled with bone-crunching martial arts, explosive gunfights, high-speed chases, and immersive side activities that bring the city to life. Fully integrated with all 24 DLCs, including Year of the Snake and Nightmare in North Point, players can explore richly detailed districts, engage in side missions, and experience the ultimate crime sandbox adventure. It's an 83 on game rankings, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Infamous Second Son is a thrilling PS4 exclusive action adventure where you play as Delson Rowe, a newly awakened superhuman navigating a city under the oppressive control of the Department of Unified Protection. What begins as a fight for survival evolves into a dynamic, high-stakes journey where your choices shape the story, determine how you use your powers, and influence the fate of Seattle and its citizens, all while facing dangerous enemies, uncovering hidden secrets, and mastering diverse superhuman abilities. Explore a vibrant open world, unleash devastating powers, and experience the consequences of heroism or chaos as you push your powers to the limit. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $9.99, Moss is a single-player VR action-adventure puzzle game where you guide Quill, a courageous mouse, through an enchanting, immersive world filled with hidden secrets, dangerous enemies, and ancient magic. What begins as a simple journey evolves into an epic quest as Quill discovers a mysterious glass relic and sets out to save her endangered uncle, requiring clever puzzle solving, engaging combat, and exploration of beautifully crafted, vibrant environments. Fully immersive in virtual reality, players experience the story alongside Quill, interacting with the world, assisting in battles, and uncovering hidden pathways that bring the adventure to life. It's an 85 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $7.99, Angry Video Game Nerd 1 and 2 Deluxe is a retro-inspired action platformer where you play as the Nerd, navigating challenging levels, battling classic gaming enemies, and confronting over-the-top bosses in a pixel-perfect, nostalgia-filled world. What begins as a wild throwback adventure evolves into a full-blown comedic quest with a new third chapter and a wacky overarching plot connecting all 3 episodes, delivering extra challenges, humor, and surprises. With updated controls, improved gameplay mechanics, stylized pixel art, and an energetic soundtrack, players will jump, shoot, dodge, and rage their way through this action-packed, delightfully silly gaming experience. It's a 74 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $7.99, Catherine Full Body is a captivating puzzle adventure where you follow Vincent, a man torn between his long-term girlfriend Catherine, with a K, the alluring Catherine, with a C, and the innocent Rin, as he navigates love, temptation, and personal turmoil in both daily life and haunting nightmares. What begins as a provocative, relationship-driven story evolves into intense, nightmarish climbing challenges that test your wits, reflexes, and decision-making under pressure. Packed with improved visuals, new music, enhanced multiplayer modes, and deeper narrative choices, players experience a richer, more complex journey through love, infidelity, and self-discovery. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 75 hours to platinum. For $7.99, Planet of Lana is a visually striking action-adventure where you guide Lana and her loyal companion through a beautifully vibrant but threatened world, striving to restore balance after a faceless army disrupts the planet's harmony. What begins as a journey of survival evolves into a deeply emotional quest across diverse environments, combining clever puzzles, stealthy navigation, and challenging action sequences that test reflexes and wit. With companion-based gameplay, striking hand-painted visuals, and an epic story spanning galaxies and centuries, players experience a richly immersive adventure that celebrates the bond between nature, humans, and animals. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 5 hours to platinum. For $5.24, Bloodstained Curse of the Moon 2 is a 2D action platformer blending classic retro aesthetics with modern gameplay, where you control Zangetsu, a swordsman on a relentless quest to vanquish demons and the alchemists who summon them. What begins as a solo mission evolves into a strategic adventure as Zangetsu can recruit new allies, including 3 brand new playable characters like the Exorcist Dominique, each offering unique abilities in varied ways to tackle stages. Featuring multiple scenario storytelling, challenging platforming, and first-time 2-player local co-op, players can mix and match characters, create powerful duos, and experience the series in exciting new ways. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $8.09, Shadow Tactics Blades of the Shogun Deluxe Edition is a hardcore tactical stealth game set in Edo period Japan, where you control a team of deadly specialists navigating castles, monasteries, and hidden forest camps, while avoiding or eliminating enemies with cunning strategy. What begins as a challenging infiltration mission evolves into a complex, strategy-driven adventure as players carefully coordinate each character's unique skills, set traps, poison opponents, and adapt to ever-changing scenarios. Along the way, your team develops dynamic relationships, faces personal demons, and requires clever, inventive tactics to complete each mission with precision and stealth. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. Alright, that's it for today's list, everybody. There's something here for every type of player, so be sure to check some of these out while the sale is still going on. From this set of games, I've played The Last Guardian, Judgment, The Last of Us, A Way Out, Sleeping Dogs, Infamous Second Son, Catherine, Shadow Tactics, and the Uncharted games, so I can recommend each of those from personal experience. The rest of the games do look pretty fun though. If you've played any of these already, drop your thoughts in the comments. Your insights help others find great games too, it's not just mine. As always, I want to thank all my channel members for their generous support, but to all you out there who watch, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff as well, thank you. You're the reason I'm still having fun making all these videos every day, and I'm genuinely grateful for each and every one of you out there. If you can spare $1 a month, you get early access to all my videos, and it helps me out more than you know. But I know times are tough out there, so all I do ask is if you enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with any new sales stuff that I put out. Leave a like and comment down below if you've got any of these platinums or plan on going for any of them.